All right. I don't even know why I'm posting this, but something's telling me to. All right, I'm going to talk about a new addiction therapy method that I kind of found out about, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's helped me a lot. And if anyone should be able to see it, it could be someone who needs help. So, what is redirection therapy? Thing I found out that I made. Redirection therapy is a new model of addiction recovery that trains your brain to stop craving destructive behaviors even if you slip up. So that's the key word. It's even if you slip up. Most recovery methods focus on resisting the behavior, but TRM focuses on something deeper, the dopamine reward that follows the behavior, so during, because it's not the action that wires the addiction, it's the pleasure your brain expects afterwards. Redirection therapy breaks the link so that your brain stops chasing the behavior overall. So, how does redirection therapy truly work? Redirection therapy follows a simple but powerful process called the TRM loop, a 5 step way to rewire the craving cycles. And here's how it triggers, or here's how it works. The first one, trigger, you feel a craving, maybe boredom, stress, or just a habit. The exposure, you face the temptation and maybe even give in. The third, this is the most important, this is the key. You don't mentally indulge after. You no replaying, no fantasizing, no hyping it. But also during the craving, this is the most important part. You purposely make the craving unenjoyable. So, for example, if you smoke weed or if you do all these things that give dopamine hits, or okay, let's say pornography. Say you indulge in pornography. Say there's no choice but to give in. It's too strong, right? Say you use a different hand, you don't use lotion, you purposely make it uncomfortable. You sit in an uncomfortable spot, you feel the grossness of doing the action. You do all these things, you purposely make it non-enjoyable. Now, this is where the therapy it trains your brain to think, "Wait, I got what I wanted, but where's the hit?" And that's where it's really amazing is your brain trains itself. I did what I wanted, and yet the craving or the hit, the dopamine hit didn't come. So that's the most important part. Step 4, redirection. Shift your focus to journaling, prayer, walking, or something neutral afterwards. And because the brain didn't get the reward it expected, aka the making it unenjoyable even during the action, that's the key. It starts disconnecting the urge over time because your brain stops chasing the addiction because it no longer gets a hit it wanted. So honestly, I found this out and I went to ChatGPT. I was like, "Is this a thing?" Nope, haven't found a single thing. So I was like, might as well tell people if they see it on YouTube. Now, why does it work? Redirection therapy works because it targets the dopamine system, the part of the brain that decides what it to want to crave. Every time you give in to an addiction and feel pleasure afterwards, your brain remembers it and craves it again. But when you remove the reward, even from it, something powerful happens. The three brain principles that the the redirection method uses. Dopamine learning. Your brain learns from pleasure. If you stop giving it pleasure, it forgets the habit because it's not getting what it wants. Oh, prediction error. When your brain expects a reward but doesn't get one, it gets confused, and that weakens the craving. Neuroplasticity. With enough repetition, your brain rewires, even if you've been addicted for years. I was addicted for years, and I started doing this, and it worked tremendously. So TRM doesn't fight your brain; it reprograms it. You don't need more shame. You just need to stop rewarding the lie, thinking it gives you all the pleasure. When in reality, if you focus on it not giving pleasure, you'll realize how unpleasureful it is. Why redirection therapy is better than anything I've ever tried. I've tried it all: willpower, cold showers, accountability apps, even traditional therapy, CBT, all that. And the cycle always came back. Never got over it. But here's the real truth no one told me. The behavior isn't the real problem. It's the dopamine reward is. That's why TRM is different. It rewires, not restricts. You're not just white knuckling through the craving or resisting or running. You're retaining your brain not to crave them in the first place. So obviously you want to try your best not to give in the craving, but the best part is you'll move forward even if you do give in because you're making the craving non-enjoyable and your brain goes, "Oh, wait, it wasn't that fun as I thought it would be. And over time, even if you give in, the cycle starts breaking. Yeah, so it works even if you relapse. Most methods throw shame at you when you mess up, but my method that I found uses that moment to break the cycle. It's based on actual brain science, dopamine learning, prediction error, neuroplasticity. Every step is grounded on how the brain actually changes. Also, I think it's very spiritual, not just psychological. This wasn't just an idea. This created a God, or God gave me this in the middle of my own battle when I got high one night, and it struck me super hard. And ever since, I've been so passionate on making a website and a method for people to sell it or just to give it a free guide just in general. So I'm not saying any other methods can't help, but I'm saying they weren't for me, and this just tremendously helped with my addictions. And this what finally worked, not because I became perfect, but because I finally stopped rewarding the lie. Real life, this is some examples. The video game effect. I used to spend hours gaming every day, but one week I played without music, without emotional hype, just silence. I played games that I normally didn't enjoy, and because there was nothing fun. And slowly, the more I played stuff that I didn't enjoy, and I just played anyway, even though I could have played stuff that I did enjoy, I still gave my brain what it want, aka the video games, but they weren't enjoyable. So then the dopamine started going away because I wasn't playing the games I wanted, and the urges started fading. So now I only play like 15 minutes a day. I get too bored. Example 2, the chocolate cashew test. This is when I found out about it. I ate chocolate cashews, no music, no distractions, no mental hype. I didn't think, oh my god, this is going to taste so good. All I had in my mind was, think about how green that tree was, or is. Very weird, but that's all I thought. I was thinking, think about how green that tree was. So on purpose, I focused on how boring and empty I felt, and it felt, while I was just nomming on the cashews, just purposely not making it enjoyable, not giving it any emotional stimulus on my brain. And guess what? I didn't crave more, and I always used to be an emotional eater. So the more I did that, I stopped craving sugar less. And that's dopamine prediction error in action, and that's what makes this work so well. These weren't just magic moments. These were pattern breaks, and with repetition, they literally rewrite my cravings. And for some reason, I have no idea why no one has found this method, but I really hope it blows up, at least this video. How to use TRM for different addictions. Porn addiction, remove the ritual, no lights, no usual setup, mute the volume, don't fantasize, even if you give in. Focus on how fake, disappointing, or lonely it feels. Focus on how disgusting it is. Focus on how gross you feel. And immediately, midway through or at the end, if midway through you realize how disgusting it is and it just makes you lose the motivation to keep going, that's perfect, because then you can redirect yourself to real dopamine, whether listening to music or something, or just because you gave the brain what you want, but you didn't fully give in, and that's what tells your brain, wait, pornography isn't that good, that I realized. And the more you do that, if you give in, the more it'll go away. Food binge eating, don't hype it up as a cheat meal. Eat in silence. Don't sit down. Don't purposely make it good. Just don't focus on it. Think about how gross and unhealthy it is. Just purposely make it disgusting. And midway, if you feel disgusted and it works, perfect. Go to something else. A walk, brushing your teeth, cold water. But if you still indulge in it and finish it, at least you made the thing gross in some way. And in the beginning, you'll notice that you'll still taste the sugar and there will still be a hit a little bit. But the more you practice, the more you realize that, like, oh, it's actually going away. Like, if I focus on not making it good, it goes away. Weed and vaping, no playlist, no fun lighting, no social media while high, plain silence. It'll suck, but it's better than it's sucking when you give in to an addiction and it goes away eventually, because it's way easier than white knuckling it. Being in the addiction and getting the high, or not getting the high, giving what the brain wants, but making it unenjoyable is way better than not giving what the brain wants, because your brain will kill you. It's very hard. And when you're done, redirect to God, journaling, grounding techniques, religious or not. Scrolling in social media, scroll in silence, no sound, no interactions. Let yourself feel how boring it truly is. Just make your brain hate it. Make your brain hate it. Track how empty it makes you feel. Replace it with prayer, cold exposure, or walking in silence. Now, it's the best question. Why am I posting this as a 16-year-old who's scared to speak and would honestly never have the balls to do this? I never thought I'd post something like this. I'm 16. I battled addictions, guilt, relapse cycles, spiritual confusion for a long time. I've always stayed silent, besides telling my mom. I thought no one would care. I thought people would laugh, especially at my school. I thought healing had to be perfect or hidden. But then God gave me this in my room when I was broken, high on weed. And it's not just a method, it's a mission. I truly believe this will blow up if it genuinely works. Redirection method has saved me from thinking I was too far gone, and I want to save others too. I'm not posting this because I'm confident. I'm posting this because I have to. It feels like a God-given purpose. And someone out there is about to give up, and they don't need a lecture. They just need the truth, and that's all this video is explaining how this works. If this helped you, share it. I have a website, the redirection, or not a website anymore, but the redirection method. I sell a guide on Gumdrop. I have a TikTok, Instagram. None of them are blown up at all. But, you know, if you want to read the guide, I have a free one and I have one that's $5. $5 has everything. If you're struggling, I'll also put in the bio, or I mean in the comments. If you're struggling, try it. And if you think you're too broken, you're not at all. Actually, I was at a very low point, but I got out of it. So this is redirection therapy, and you're not failing, you're just rewiring. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching my video, guys, and I hope this helps you guys a lot.